Hey there, Moxie Fit family. It's Mark at another home away from home, the garage gym. Yes, where I spend a lot of time doing my own workouts, which is my escape, but also, sometimes planning some of the things that I get to do with you guys on Tuesday morning in full body blast. Now, today, we're gonna do a workout we call bands and bells. Simply put, you got some dumbbells, you got a resistance band, and you have a gym. It's super effective because we can kind of optimize the exercise by choosing what to use first, either the band or the bell, and some of that's going to be up to you. If you have really heavy bands and light dumbbells, that could change the order. If you have really heavy dumbbells and a light band, in most of the pairings, you're probably going to use the dumbbell first, even if I use the band. Now, if that sounds like a lot to worry about, don't worry. I'm going to take you through a whole workout, start to finish, 10 minutes and you're done. So this is a great adjunct to your current workouts or something to take with you on the holidays. Now, what you need, at least one band, and you'll see when I get it started, I've got the band attached to the top of the pull-up bar to simulate the door attachment or the railing attachment that a lot of you may be using at home. But if you have multiple bands and you have a horizontal or lower rail where you can attach, you can certainly do some rows and some chest presses that way too. You have a pair of dumbbells and that's all you need. You're ready to go. Now, you can go right through this workout with me the entire time, or you can use these for ideas and you can implement them in your own workout. If there's a pair or two that really work for you, you got it. So when we hit play, we're going 10 minutes, changing exercises each minute. I'll give you some ideas and options throughout the way. Put your best music on. Let's start with the band and we are ready to cruise. So we're going leg to leg for your first set, starting with big muscle groups. So I'm going to stand on the band to begin. Feet somewhere around shoulder width, a little more, a little less. Chest is lifted. And you know where we go. Those hips, knees, and ankles bend together into a good squat. So before you do this workout, I would suggest 3 to 5 minutes of a good walk, dance a little bit, jump rope, do some mobility. But if not, this is a good place to start. If you're feeling warm and your band is lighter, you can pull those handles up as if you're holding a barbell for a squat. And when that happens, we need to be aware of our chest position, that we don't round the upper back, we stay lifted and tall. You can see my face, I can see yours, you can see the cool Moxie Fit logo on the sweatshirt, and we should be breathing already. We have about 5 seconds, and then you're gonna hustle to 1 or 2 dumbbells, and we go right to the squat. So if you have one heavy, right here between the knees, if you have 2 lighter, you can hold them at the shoulders. So from the side, remember, chest is up, bottom goes back, but it's not segmented or exaggerated. Everything moves together. And if you can see how my hands disappear behind my knees, I'm dropping straight down with that weight. It's not rolling around the knees, chest is up. And again, we always say without the bar on your back, this is a really good chance to experiment with range of motion. Can you go a little lower? Keeping that chest lifted. Because at the end of the day, I want to be able to pick these things up off the ground. Might not be a weight, might be a piece of trash, but it might be a grandchild. So we always want to be able to do that. Now, next minute, let's get it moving. Big muscles of the upper body. We're going to the back. So I've got my tall attachment, chest lifted. Pull your thumbs to the chest while pinching the shoulder blades together. So that's going to be strong contraction of those postural muscles of the upper back. But if you're like me, it's not quite enough resistance. Kneel strongly on the floor. And now, I just got further away from that attachment point, and the resistance became greater. Points to look for as the arms come up, they don't take me with them. Proud chest, shoulder blades come together, little squeeze and hold, then return. If your weight is light, hold it here a little bit longer, retract those shoulder blades, then get back up there. You're working 3 seconds, and now, as the basketball coach John Wooden said, be quick, but don't hurry. We've got your dumbbells, and I want to go for a row. So now, we are back to back in the back. So in spite of the lighter weights, because I'm working this same muscle group 2 minutes consecutively, these guys are going to heat up. So remember this position, long spine. Once you figure out the move, don't look at me. You see enough of me during the week. I want your neck in line, shoulder blades squeezed together, and my upper body stays where it starts, meaning I'm not rising and falling with this lift. Very focused. If your low back needs a little break, stand up for just a second. Then when you're ready, come back down. Pull for me 10 more seconds. You can do it. Pull those shoulder blades. 5 seconds. And then we're going to go to the front of the upper body. So meet me down on the floor or the bench. If you have a step, you can hit the step. Neck relaxed. We're moving to the chest press. So the chest press or dumbbell bench press, if you're on the floor, you have an automatic stopping point where your elbows will tap the ground. And that is kind of a magical right angle, which is a good safe spot for most of you. So if you're on a bench or a step, kind of superimpose that step. Imagine running into it. So I'm not trying to touch the floor with my elbow. The return on that investment for my shoulder, not quite what I want. Now, chest is your primary worker here, but your triceps, the back of the arm, should be heating up, as should the front deltoid, the front of your shoulder. You have one more rep, and now carefully down with those, come back up. And I'm going to show you here, then I'm going to face you. With your band attachment, you're going to go with a chest fly. So split your stance, palms at shoulder height, and now hug the hands together in front of your body and return. Hug the hands together in front of your body and return. At the top of the trip, my hands again stop at about shoulder level, not too high, and I give them a squeeze as if I'm giving that first hug to that relative, right, that you haven't seen since March, whatever you want to think of. Push through right there. Now you keep going. I'm going to give you another view. So that fly position, if I have the weights, is right here, opening the hands. Pull down and open the hands. Spine is still long, body's not moving, and we draw it together. You have 10 seconds and we are 2/3 of the way through this. Remember, muscles get what? They get stronger, they get weaker, or they stay the same. Let's get stronger. And so now, I'm going to take it to the back. Triceps, smaller muscles. 1 dumbbell or 2 dumbbells for a lying tricep extension. Palms face each other. Shoulder, elbow, wrist in one line. And I make a right angle right here at the bottom. And then I fully extend my arm. Remember, that is the job of your tricep. It extends the elbow / straightens the arm. So wherever my elbow is, it doesn't travel. It just pivots. Now if it's getting heavy, remember what you can do. Put both hands on it and use 1 dumbbell. 1 dumbbell. That's going to allow you to continue. Same principle. Stretch through the back. Strong extension. You've got 5 seconds. And the back of that arm should be feeling good and tight. And we're going to top it off with that band minute. So now, standing tall, go back to your vertical band attachment. Stepping away, shoulder, elbow, wrist, right here. Line that elbow up under the shoulder. Wrist is straight, and you're going to put your hands right here in your side pockets. Because everybody's door might be a different height, you can experiment with a little bit of lean forward, or you can step further away to make it more difficult. But what we want is your band passing by your hip. It's a nice thing about having 2. You're not going to stop short. Push it into that side pocket. And remember, if it's getting heavy, I don't want you to stop. I want you to do this. Alternate arms. 1 arm, then the other. You've got 10 seconds. And again, if you have not figured out the tricep is the back of your arm, you need to be here teaching instead of me. So come on, we got 3 seconds. And up. All right, now, last pairing. You might decide if it's going to be for a band or a bar, depending on your weight. I'm going with the band, so we're going to work shoulders for 1 minute, but 20 seconds in each direction. So you can stand with one foot if your band is heavy, which is what I just did. And you can see this is a front raise. So I'm working the front of the shoulders. Straight, and then right back. Wrist in line. So that's the front delt. If your band is light, get on it with 2 feet. Get on it with 2 feet. Now change directions, and I'm going to the side. Woo! If you've never done this with a band before, only dumbbells, you're going to realize you've got this resistance starting at the bottom. Where with a dumbbell, we've got to get uphill against gravity. So we're working a little differently, a little better. Now, bring your body forward, hinge, and open up to the back. This is the rear delt. If you need more, both hands. If you need less, bend your elbows and go with a high elbow row. I'm even going to change my grip and hold on the band for a little tighter resistance for the last 2 seconds. And now stand tall, anchor, elbow under shoulder, and 1 minute into the bicep curl. Now you can see I'm going that last minute. You might be going, Mark, you're going a little fast now. Realize with the band, different properties. So momentum with the band is a little different than it is with a free weight, because the band is not just going to take off and fly. So you are free to experiment with rep speed on the band, and it might challenge you. Remember, elbow sits right here under my shoulder. It doesn't come up. We've got 15 seconds. Remember, I can take 1 foot off, I can alternate arms, but I'm not going to stop. It's just a 10-minute workout, and you are 10 seconds from being done. Chest tall. Here we go. 5 seconds. Oh, I'm going with both to finish. Let's do it. Come on. Up and time. Pow. Start to finish. You just did it. 10 minutes. Clock stops. 21 seconds, 10 minutes, 21 seconds with a little bit of transition. But if that feels good to you, you can repeat it. You could circuit that 2 or 3 times in a 20 to 30 minute workout. You can also, again, consider it as something great to do during family time, during vacation time, when you want to keep your workouts going, but you don't want to disappear for an hour or 2 to go to the gym. So if you can't join us for a live class, take 10 minutes for this workout or any of our other 10-minute workouts, and you know what? This would be a great one to bring your family members to, another friend. You got the band, I got the dumbbell, and we just keep moving. And that's the best gift of all, right? Yeah, Mark's the gym guy. But hey, think about it. That is how we contribute, and that's what we love to do. If you have questions for me or anybody else on the team, as always, reach out, and we could not be more appreciative of what you allow us to continue to do. Give it a shot. Let me know how it goes.